Hello everyone. Okay, this week's weekly challenge is the rusting factory. Let's see what awaits us. Oh, bonus stuff. Right. I'm going to take my favourite sort of farming team, but I almost forgot that Princess is the star leader for this week. She's a pretty interesting hero. Hopefully you've got her. Great leadership trait there. Yeah. Still going to bring Maggie and Glenn along. They're my farming team. I just want to get the most XP and some bonus supplies if I can during this run. So that's why they're coming along. Glenn is a fantastic addition to this mission anyway. As you know, he can search, kill, and still have an action left. So that either frees up the rest of your team to do some searching, you know, or just get more kills than you otherwise would if you had a scout on your team. Have him here surrounding that corpse pile where the bad guys are coming out of. You know, you've got a lot of options if you bring Glenn. This is definitely a Glenn mission. We haven't got any special walkers. Obviously everything that you see is just on screen. Just 2 every turn. There is a threat counter, so you might want to bear that in mind if you are making noise. All in, this isn't a very tricky mission. I kind of like these missions where you've just got a simple scenario and it's down to the tactics. There's certainly a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. I genuinely believe that you should always bring Glenn on this mission. You know, he's just fantastic. Obviously with something like the Sawtooth Blade, which is a swift strike weapon, which gives you, you know, the ability to do something afterwards, that really just makes him shine. But that ability to be able to search a locker and still have someone who can do some killing is just absolutely fantastic. Through the wire, kill all the walkers, and make this place safe again. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Okay, we're going to swap out Glenn. He's not going to be as useful. Yeah, obviously any character that inflicts a status effect is going to be very useful on your team if you are using the star leader, Princess. Oh, I should have given her the grenade launcher. It doesn't really matter at this level anyway, though. So one thing that you can do is that you can trick the walkers to sort of go around you. So if you are having troubles with this mission, try luring them so that they go around and you have more turns to shoot them. There's lots of special walkers, so Hilltop Maggie, good choice for this one. Definitely anything, if you are using Princess, then yeah, get those status effects in, get her charged up. Lots of assault weapons that can do things like root or stun. Definitely very valuable. But I mean, unless anyone has a particular strategy that they know works, I would recommend using just all ranged characters. Easy mission to start with. Definitely gets a little bit trickier, and you might want to think about luring those walkers around so you get more time to shoot at them as it gets more difficult. As ever, just sort of skipping through. Fantastic way to get plenty of stars nice and quickly. Empty hideout, find the loot. Okay, Carol, you're swapping out for Glenn again. Let's get to it. Oh, this one can be really tricky. You start off with a lot of walkers on the map. What I suggest is focusing on one side at a time. You've got a threat counter, so you might want to be cautious of the noise that you make. I think this is just a pretty honest mission in that once you've found all the loot, you can just get out of there. I don't think we open the last box and anything sort of springs out on us. No, it doesn't. So you start. The tricky part is the start. You've got a pretty crowded map, a lot of walkers that you've got to take care of. They are standard walkers. You're definitely going to want to think about how much attention you bring to yourself, so you don't get flooded from all sides. But hopefully, if you pick your enemies, you're only going to be taking out 1 or 2 of them at a time, and they won't be too much of a threat. And from then on, just slowly, carefully and quietly make your way through the rest of the mission. Hopefully you won't have too much of a drama with it. Yeah, as ever, if you do, let us know, and everyone will come to your aid in the comments section. They always do. Some people have always got some amazing ideas on how to do missions that you might be struggling with. Opposing forces get to the exit, but beware, death lurks behind every corner. Okay, looks like we've got some humies. Let's mix this up a bit. Yumiko, she's just magnificent when it comes to taking out humans. I definitely do want a shooter. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Starbound rifle, not the perfect weapon for Carol, because it doesn't inflict a status effect, but it does have that infinite range, which is just so useful when you're facing humies. Okay, so where are our human folks at? Can't tell. Okay, let's do that, because that's just fun. Oh, hey, Freddy. Let's get you shot in the face right away. Okay, we're gonna hold back here. Let's just see if Mac gets distracted. Oh, hi, Martin. Okay. Let's do what we did to your pal back there. Let's shoot you in the face. Good. And then this is generally a good idea, is to just as a sort of concept, let the human enemies come to you as opposed to seeking them out. Get those Overwatch shots in. You know, ideally things like interrupter, high-powered weapons. You're definitely going to want those. You don't want to get too up close and personal, especially since, I mean, in this case they were all melee characters. Whether they will always be melee characters or sometimes they're going to have guns, I don't know. I don't know if it's completely randomized or not. Have to play a couple of games and find out. But yeah, the AI is pretty basic, so even when those humans are at a very high level, the way that they behave is pretty structured, is pretty rigid. Having them come to you, letting them get distracted by walkers, great idea. Any kind of incendiary weapons, they're going to be handy. Maybe the Starbound rifle wasn't a great choice because you're actually kind of up close and personal. So incendiary weapons, definitely recommend bringing characters like Carol, Hilltop Maggie. Yumiko is definitely a must. Princess is great, especially if she has something like Decimator, because of course you can stun humans. Something like Daryl's rifle, where you can just root them. If they're a close combat character and they can't get to you, they literally can't do anything. So tough mission. That it can be a tough mission, that one, but it's an interesting one. Okay, looks like we've got a search for the loot again. Hopefully not too challenging enemies. Yeah, let's do this. Bringing Maggie again just to get those extra XP while we're on those low levels. Hopefully that won't prove to be hubris. Okay, so what do we got here? So, you start off, you don't know what is right next to you. Always scary. Let's just clear it and see what we've got to deal with. So this one's just tricky. You don't know what you're going to be facing right from the off because you can't see where the bad guys are. You can't really stay in the middle because you might get flooded. I think that really doing what I did there, which is going to the left side of the screen and just trying to take out whatever you may find, is generally the best idea. So we've been making some noise. We've got a threat counter. Not too much of a problem at this kind of level, but you can see how that is just going to add to your woes. You'd certainly bring close combat characters on this mission because you start very much up close and personal. The range of your ranged characters is not so much of a boon when that happens. Definitely recommend, as ever, good old Glenn. I always say that a couple of times every time I do one of these videos, but for those kind of loot searching missions, he's just, for very obvious reasons, he's the best. Give him a weapon with Swift Strike or something similar, and there are lots of scout weapons that have that, and he's just a machine. Very true to his character in the show. He's the best scavenger, as long as he still has his head on his shoulders. Clear the room of lurkers. Okay, so kill the room of twerkers. Is that what it said? Don't think it did. So this is just straight up. I mean, you've probably got your ideal kill team. Characters like Sasha, I mean, Princess is great. Oh, it's this one. Wait a minute, didn't we have this in the last weekly challenge? I'm sure we did. This, I ain't kidding, I'm not crazy about this mission. This reminds me a lot of Fish in a Barrel. It's just a relentless horde of walkers. They're just coming down on you. You know, not much that you can really do. It just doesn't feel like there's a lot of strategy in this kind of mission. So as far as advice goes, I mean, I guess I don't have much. Use characters that inflict status effects so that you have a chance of Royal Rumble kicking in, meaning that you get charge attacks earlier. That's got to be a good shout. I can imagine melee characters getting flooded, but then ranged characters, you don't have much of a chance to use your range. Don't forget your tools. Don't forget you can do tricky things like, you know, put some guts on so that they can't get to you, or attack key characters. That's a pretty good one. You definitely want to build up your charge attacks as soon as possible. I mean, maybe using things like Hwacha. It's just one of those ones. It's that mission and Fish in a Barrel. I usually think there is something to every challenge mission, but those ones I'm just not nuts about. But if anyone has any particular strategies that they have found work particularly well for them, do please let us know. In any case, at least now, you know what to expect from the Rusting Factory. As ever, thanks for watching.